So think about that. So basically, I was drugged and raped. I had not had anything alcoholic to drink. But also think about people who are men and women minors that go to what is called a confessional, and that basically that's used to blackmail them and threaten them into having sex with somebody that they don't want to have sex with. But also look at this word here, fraud. So basically, that's the real reason why they refuse to that they're acting dumb. When I wrote, write down and give me the statute of limitations on fraud. I went to school to get an education, to be able to enjoy my fruits, and to find out that books were intentionally kept away from me. Like books, classes, and samples, and like uniform commercial codes. And then when I said that I needed to know how to fill out the UCC forms, there were what is called bank employees that refused to help me. There were employees at what is called a law school, and more specifically a law library, that refused to help me. And what happened is I was bullied. Now I want to bring up the word bullied, because schools have a no bullying policy. And I also want to bring up the bit about hazing. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I want to bring up the word hazing because for several reasons. Schools have a no hazing policy, but also I think that people need to look at how teasing somebody, like when a college, a tenured, who is called a school employee, laughs at me. I would say that not only is bullying me, but also a form of hazing me. I also want people to look at the prevalence of hazing in basically military and college fraternities. Dangerous tasks, humiliating. But I also want to bring up the word humiliating. So when I'm forced to take my clothes off and look up into a room and realize there's a hidden camera inside the room, that's a form of hazing. That most definitely is a form of hazing. And that's the real reason why a medical doctor inside of a building called a hospital emergency room acted dumb, is because I had looked up and I had that, oh shit, they've been recording me getting undressed. And then I went, oh shit. There are different ones that have been put onto what are called boards of hospitals, who most likely had access to looking at me being butt naked. And I was like, oh shit. So that's the reason why I'm being retaliated against, is basically I was able to put two and two together and come up with four and go, oh shit. Why not go ahead and just call them out for what they've done? Basically, I want to get into something else. I mean, this should make anybody cringe. Dadgummit. It basically deals with people being able to look at the big picture and basically coming to the realization that basically if they did it to me, then they probably have been doing it to other people, and other people would be as equally pissed off as I am. Dadgummit. I can't get the thing to come up. People can look up the stuff dealing with moral stages of development. But that's also the reason why different personality disorders indicate when look up the different personality disorders and just see what the difference is. Amoral, lacking a moral sense, unconcerned with the rightness or wrongness of something. Amoral attitude towards sex. Synonyms: unprincipled, without standards, without morals. Unethical, without scruples. Unscrupulous, anonym, would be moral and principled. So basically, when people choose to allow amoral things to go on, then what they are doing is what is called enabling them. And I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a uh, veterinarian. Hold on a second. So when somebody tells me that I have to do something that I don't want to do and forces me to do something, I'm going to call it out for what it is. That's forcing me to do what is called aid and abet. And hold on. So what is very what screams at me is the silence when I've already told the different ones involved. I do not want to be forced to aid and abet. And I don't like being forced to aid and abet. And that's where they're just sitting there and time to act as dumb as we can now. And that's where I told them, stop calling when I've been forced. That is my consent.